Hello. Oh, we tried. This is my third time. I'm sort of still upset over Trump winning and the people that he's picking to be in his cabinet. One of the reasons, especially the Exxon guy, he looks more Russian to me than he does American. Like some of those big, he looks Russian. Um, even though like he's supposed to be in America, and then like what was it, 51 to 48? I guess the Congress decided to start on they're gonna um what I have here. I actually wrote something. Repel and replace. That's what Trump said. So Congress is gonna start on dismantling the Obamacare and which the way the insurance turned up, I like my insurance now. I've had other insurance where you gotta like pay for also for the office visit. It really doesn't cover anything because you end up paying like anywhere from $35 to $65 for the office business. Then like they only pay for so much lab work, and then you're responsible for your lab work. Well, basically, you're not getting anything for the money that you pay. But now I like it. Um, so I guess they're gonna take it away. I'm finally feeling better. Finally got the right medicine for the position for the type of problem I have, for the hypertension I have. You know, so um, so I guess they're gonna take that away. And shoot, it's like I almost feel like going and getting my passport and taking a vacation to Canada. But I got responsibilities, I reckon. And that my other thing is that this sort of stressed me out is now okay. We won't even think about that. What um that Senator McConnell. I don't like him. What is it, McConnell? I can't stand him. He's from Kentucky, the Republican. And he's all for dismantling the Obamacare. Totally, and they come off, and it's just not how Black Americans. That's like because like they're real paranoid. I notice racists. The more racist they are, the real paranoid they are because they're always just doing shit just to try to piss you off. And I've had a situation where this one girl, like I don't know, she was just trying to piss me off, piss me off, piss me off. But anyway, next thing I know, she's gonna tell me one day, like, cause like I'm just leaving anyway. Uh, and I came back for a second. I left something. I had been gone for like a couple of days, and because I was like, I don't want to hang out with these people. I don't like them. But I left something. I was in a situation. I left something. I came back, and she's gonna come up in my face and say, "Your niceness was the worst thing that ever happened to me." And I was like, I remember looking at her, and I was like, "Who the fuck is you?" I don't even remember who she was. And then my friend reminded me that was with me that who she was, and like I had known her like 10 or 12 years earlier. I hadn't, and then like I resaw she recognized me. I didn't recognize her, and you know, but she's sort of racist, you know, um, and like because like when I first met her, she was just Puerto Rican, living in Chelsea area, and then when she was in Kansas, all when she was this white girl. I don't know who the fuck she was. But anyway, so I just totally, I didn't really give a fuck about her. And I noticed and my friends like you act like you just didn't care or nothing about her. I'm like, I really, really, truly didn't care about her, and you know, and I wasn't being nice to her at all. So I don't know how my niceness fucked her up. But in hindsight, being living in the South here, a lot of things that people think that are nice, I've noticed is very harmful and hurtful to the to 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 people, you know. So, and plus, like a lot of people that have been brought up like in the South, and get whooped and all this stuff, they have such a way of like always wanting to cause pain. And some of them act like they missed that ass whooping their mama gave them at 2 years old and looking for it. So you have a lot of hostilities. Anyway, and then the other thing that really is freaking me out is that um what was that that guy with the FBI, that Coney, JB Coney, James Coney, is that his name? Yeah, I got something scribbled here. Can't read my own handwriting. But anyway, they're getting ready to investigate why, a couple of weeks before the election, he's over here leaking the stuff about emails from Clinton, which Clinton Hillary Clinton, she's a female, and I know female, they'll take secrets to their graves. You know, if they're having an affair, they're taking it to the grave. If they seen something like maybe like somebody did something that was terrible, and it might affect their family, they're not gonna say nothing. So like so me and and I don't think like in the Clinton household that they would not have their server protected. They would not have their internet service protected. I just can't see that because of their experience, 8 years in the White House, and I just don't see that. And plus, nothing came out of any of those emails, But they were trying to blame her for the death during a war. Some of the people at Congress, like maybe they didn't. Can't even remember. Was that one guy in that American Embassy? I think that ended up getting burned in that safe room, which I think is dumb to go in a safe room anyway, because if you don't have another way out, or panic room, if you don't have another way out, I wouldn't be I I wouldn't do it unless I had a trap door to exit. You have to have two entrances to get out of a situation. Even the rabbits know that. But um, so and plus war, people get killed. Um, and I think that's the whole gist of war. Really, is how many people you could kill. I remember growing up with Vietnam. Every day they were like it was like they were counting like, oh, we got this many Americans killed today. It was it was sort of morbid. It was like people were like, waiting to hear the new number. And so we'll see. We got what do we got? Today's Friday the 13th. Eek. So we got like a little less than a week to go until we get a new president elect. And I think what's going to happen is that Congress is going to be so paranoid over their behavior. As I notice people that do hateful, racist stuff, like with Congress, the way they refuse to work, they refuse to um to uh to have hearings for the Supreme Court nominee. Um, um, and personally, like just like, and I don't think that hurt Obama. I think he had so much, and I think that's what they don't realize. He had so much other stuff that he had to worry about and take care of, and plus the family that and that he had other people that he could let handle it. They let worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and So like, and we all can see the behavior that the Congress has, and a lot of us might have learned, because sometimes when you're so much in the midst of it, like even me, like a lot of times I can't really fathom all the hatreds that might be, going against me just because of the color of my skin or my gender or whatever somebody wants to pick. your weight or whatever. You're too fat, too skinny. You're not fat or skinny, whatever in their mind. You don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? They, they're hating everything else. We all seen it. We all know what to expect of their behavior. Uh, and you also have to, you also learn that they cannot take what they dish out. So they become very paranoid that you might do the same to them. Let me tell you something, baby. There's 100 ways to skin a cat. Please. And that's how that one girl really thought my niceness was the worst thing for her. Because when she did come like towards me or whatever, like I'm just moving out of her way, I'm blocking, she's running into the fucking wall. I might, help her a little bit, shove a little bit, but I'm not. But basically, I don't care. Even like the rumors, like the star, because like they'll come right, like other people will come to you, even people that don't like you, they want you to hear like something that's juicy or nasty or whatever, hateful. They come right to you with the rumor or whatever, like some like either like oh like totally like oh sure that's happened or yeah really that's whatever. And it doesn't matter what they say. I'm either like whatever. I just dismiss it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so, but I don't forget, and I'm not gonna, like, basically, I didn't think, I was nice to her, but she was saying my niceness was the worst thing ever happened to her. Oh, she was trying to make me miserable, and like she's a very needy person, and I mean, wants everything that they got on TV, the propaganda and all this stuff. So it's really easy when somebody has the wants and all this, jealous or something. I didn't have none of that stuff that like she was, flashing the jewelry and all this stuff, but I didn't care. But the thing is, I ended up with like somebody like a guy giving me a really nice multiple cluster diamond pinky ring, which what I'm saying, which blew away like all that cheap shit she had on. But anyway, so so like it wasn't anything I tried to do to make their life miserable, and I think that Congress is going to be busy trying to make America's life busy for whatever reason. But the results is that we're going to end up being dragged into war on state side um, because of who Trump has picked. And I I mean, I hate to say it, like I do believe in Illuminati. I do remember, like the little parade. You go down the street, the Scottish rite, and the fine mill. Okay, so we do remember like that there are people that believe in other in planning and coming together um, to benefit their pocketbook. And I'm talking, was it Wichita, Kansas? Because I lived there 20 years. Scottish Rite. So there are such people that believe into almost anything you could think of, and there are people that sit around and they plan on how to make money, how to keep their money, uh, and how to keep their money out of other people's hands, and you know, you know, and if you're that ignorant to think that they're not think tanks, not people planning, and not really putting all their energy and power in keeping the money in their pocket, then we're not in the same world. And I think Trump and his Republican friends are playing with fire, and that they might have a lot of money and feel very privileged, but they do get a paycheck. That's all I'm saying. There's the ones that that are spending the money, those capitalists, and then there's the ones that are printing the money, so that we're all fighting and going to war over. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm so scared. We'll see. Because so far it looks like the only thing that the new administration is thinking about doing is undoing what was done the last 8 years by Obama. And they're looking back so much that they're not looking forward. And I don't think that is going to benefit the American people at all. And I guess I'll keep taking my high blood pressure medicine because I think I have 4 years of anxiety that these fools at any moment now is going to is going to drag America into war on state side, and they don't even comprehend. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how profitable it would be for that to happen. So they might have some pushback. So let's see. We'll see. I guess I won't. I wish I could go on the 21st with the Women's March in Washington D.C. Um, they're also saying that that the men come too. So, but they're gonna be there's gonna be a big march because a lot of people just don't like Trump. You know, he's just a double binding hypocrite, pussy grabbing, narcissistic type of talking man.